Hey guys, it's Bethany from American Made Home Solutions. Many times we get asked the question, why multifamily? Why don't you just do like everybody else and go get a single family home, rent it out, rinse, repeat, do it again and again and again? And that is one ideology that works for a lot of people. And we do have some like that. In our scenario, we use a lot of those for Airbnbs rather than regular long term rentals. But other folks choose to do it because they prefer to have individual pieces of land. And that ideology is a great ideology, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. We invest in multifamily for a different reason. In multifamily, you have a lot of other benefits that you just don't get with single family. For instance, I have maintenance workers and such available at a moment's notice on multifamily that I just don't have on single family, mostly because of the scalability. There's so many more. They're much more willing to come out for our 100 unit or 200 unit or 85 units than just one unit. So it's a little bit easier to get contractors to show up and perform, as well as you can do things on a much larger scale. So for instance, if you want to make an impact in a community, multifamily is definitely the way to go. One of our mission statements here at American Made Home Solutions is to do just that. We want to create sustainability within each of the communities that we're in. So providing a stable source of not just income for those employees and the people that are working there, but also for the residents, a stable, safe place that they can live, that they can know, they can count on, that we truly do become a community on. And we're able to raise that bar up a little bit higher and a little bit higher so that everybody feels comfortable, respected, and enjoys where they live. So that's one of the many opportunities that exist with multifamily. But the other aspect of multifamily is it is scalable. So for instance, in upturns or downturns, right? There's different things that affect the housing market and such, and multifamily tends to not be as affected in that field. So for instance, if you think, oh, but everybody's losing their jobs and this and that. Well, on a multifamily property, for instance, a 100 unit, not all 100 residents are going to be working at the exact same place. There's usually a very good demographics that's broken down and diversified. So you'll have some impact, yes, but not to the same level that you would if you only had one single family house and that one person lost their job. The same is true if you have a portfolio of 10 of them. Well, now you start to have a little bit more diversity. So the other aspect of multifamily is that scalability. We're able to do things on a much faster, stabilized rate of return for investors. So we're able to provide that stability that passive investors are looking for to help mitigate their risk, but a good solid return that they can count on. And so that too helps to provide ease of mind, as well as at the end of the day, we all need a place to live and sleep and call home. The best part about that is, regardless of whether inflation skyrockets and our value becomes completely worthless, there will always be something that people will be using in exchange for something else. So in a multifamily situation where rent's due, if the dollar's worthless, the economy will have devised something else, whether it's seashells like in early days and beads, or whether it's Bitcoin and some other digital form. There'll still be some form of measurement to be able to pay and trade with. And so in that respect, that need will always be there. So it's definitely a lot more stabilized and risk averse instead of something that is determined, for instance, like a baseball card collection, that is simply determined value-wise, basically by the end of the day, what somebody is willing to pay, which is completely different. So multifamily does mitigate the risk in a lot of areas. It also provides stability into economies, which creates sustainability, and it also provides a safe environment for everybody to live and work and play and have a good time. It also does mitigate the risk, but it also is scalable. So you're able to do things on a much faster, more stabilized rate of return. And in doing so, you're able to get those good solid returns year after year after year and continue to grow your finances for possibly your retirement or leaving a legacy behind. The nice part about that, when you're invested in multifamily, it is a long-term process. And so the nice part about that is you truly are able to leave a legacy of income and assets for whoever it is, whether it be your descendants, your children, your loved ones, whether it be for a foundation. In our situations where we're able to carve out percentages of the profits and things to nonprofits, we're able to do so and make an impact and a difference in a much bigger way because of that. And that's only possible because of multifamily. You can't do that necessarily on a single family and have the same impact. It's just not as scalable. So for those reasons, we love investing in multifamily. If you've ever considered, or in this case, maybe you've never ever considered multifamily because you just didn't see how would it be ever possible, give us a call today, 360-386-1334. We'd be happy to talk with you and schedule a time that we can go through and explain why multifamily. Every time that you get another chance to expose yourself and to learn about something that you've never even considered before, you get a little bit more understanding and a little bit more understanding. So we understand that it will take time. We're happy to continue this conversation over the phone, virtually on a Zoom call, or you can go to our YouTube channel. We have lots of other videos there that will help increase your knowledge, give you a chance to kind of digest it a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. Or if you're one of those that you're like me and you just like to skydive and just jump in full force, well then by all means, jump into the YouTube channel, start watching the videos, set up the call in the meantime, get on the phone with us. We'll be happy to go through current opportunities and things that we have and explain all of it to you. Give us a call today, 360-386-1334. Go to our YouTube channel as well and check out all the videos we have there. Until next time, we'll look forward to talking to you again